Hey there friends and enemies, JoPa here again, and today we finally got the overview of all the new content coming with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League Season 2 called Season of Frozen Hearts and starring Mrs. Freeze. Now, I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I do always enjoy jumping back into this game. The traversal always feels very nice, the combat feels fun in spurts, and making builds for new characters is always a good time. However, I wish I could stick around a bit longer because it always feels a little bit lackluster after a bit of time. But anyway, let's see what they have in store for us. First off, we do have Mrs. Freeze here, and her traversal is what I'm most excited about. You are essentially riding an ice road like Iceman from the X-Men, and it looks absolutely sick. Just on appearance alone, it looks like my favorite traversal in the game. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out, but I do feel like I will enjoy roaming around Metropolis with this ice road. It looks absolutely awesome. Now, other than that, her abilities are going to be very interesting, very ice-based, which makes a ton of sense. She's going to have 3 playstyles as every other character in the game does, and the first one is called Cooler, focusing on her freeze powers. Now, freezing enemies is always fun because you can essentially control the battlefield, slow things down if you'd like, and I do think that will be a playstyle that a lot of people really enjoy. Then we've got Physicist, which is more focused on melee, shield harvest, and suicide strike. This is going to be for the heavy hitters who want to just be melee characters all the time, although you may be better off running King Shark if that is your preferred playstyle. And then finally we have the Technician. This is the one I'm going to be looking forward to because it's focused on her firearms but also her traversal, and for me personally, I really want to maximize her traversal as often as possible, and I do hope it is a playstyle that can be successful in the game and you can really build around, because it does sound like it could be a ton of fun, and I will spend a lot of time traversing around Metropolis and Elseworlds in order to use this playstyle. So that's what I'm most looking forward to. Hopefully it does live up to the hype. Now, as far as unlocking her, standard, same as last season with the Joker, you have to get to level 25 of your episode rank, and also you're going to have to do some different Elseworld missions. Now, these missions will be easily done. It's getting to the higher rank which is going to take the longest in my opinion, and yeah, it's just a little bit of frustration. I wish it was unlocked right away, but it is what it is there. Now, as far as the other things coming in the game, we do have some new content, but it's not really anything to write home about from what we know so far. First off, it is a new Frozen Elseworld, which is fine, but isn't going to change things dramatically. Not a new location, not going to be anything that I think anybody is writing home about or really looking forward to checking out. It's not going to draw people back into the game, unfortunately. Now, also, we're going to have some other things to look forward to that I am more excited about, and those are the weapons that we are getting with the season. We have a Killer Frost Infamy set, which could be really cool. Then we've also got a Firefly Notorious gear, and then also the Golden Glider Notorious gear as well. I'm going to go through these real quick, but first off, I think one of the more underrated aspects of this game is how dope some of the weapons look, and it's really frustrating that this game hasn't had a bit more success because some of the designs are really, really cool. Like this Killer Frost set is going to go perfectly with Miss Freeze, and I do feel like it'll be a fun build to run. You can run heavy weapons with Miss Freeze, and they probably will sync perfectly with that Technician set. So hopefully that is the case, because I do feel like this would be a absolute blast to run. Same thing with the Firefly set. This might be better off for either Deadshot or Joker for a burn build, but it does look very interesting as well. This is one of the more plain looking pieces of gear that we're getting, but the Golden Glider looks awesome as well. This one is going to say countering enemies gift wraps with astral ribbons, causing them to take increased damage for 10 seconds. Now, again, for a counter build with someone like Deadshot or something like that, this could be absolutely sick, and I really want to see how it all plays out, because again, this design, it looks like a Valorant gun, to be honest. It's really, really cool in my personal opinion. We also have the Parasite Notorious melee weapons. These, again, they look fantastic, and I'm really a fan of how the weapons look overall in this game. So really hoping that this one is viable, because I would love to use it as well. Build from Ice. Now, these are some of the builds they showcase. You can click the link in the description down below to this article if you want to check out the builds. Her Appearance looks pretty interesting as well. You look at the different skins that they have for her. This one is much better, I believe, than her base skin, just because it's got more of the Mr. Freeze vibe. Whereas this one, I'm not sure if I'm sold on her hairstyle, but that is what it is. I think her design is not as bad as people say, but also it's not my favorite. Now, other weapons we'll probably get in the mid-season update are the Captain Cold Infamy set, Heatwave Notorious set, as well as the Icicle Notorious gear and the Trickster Notorious melee weapon. The Trickster melee weapon is going to be something I will definitely chase just because it looks absolutely hilarious. But yeah, really looking forward to getting hands-on with some of these new weapons, seeing how they feel and seeing how we can build them out. Now, some other things, we are getting a stash with increased storage for Season 2, which I think is a good thing, long overdue. And then also we are getting the standard battle pass with some various skins that look okay. I think the Deadshot version of the Mr. Freeze skin looks pretty cool. I like that one. I don't like the Joker skin as much, but here we go with the Harley Quinn Arkham outfit, which looks absolutely sick, and I think everyone is going to be rocking this if they decide to buy it, which I wouldn't be surprised if anyone who's still playing this game who mains Harley Quinn will absolutely be snagging the skin as soon as possible. Then we've got a Riddler Captain Boomerang skin, which is kind of funny looking. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of it. And then we've got the obviously they mentioned that you can switch battle passes back and forth if you so choose, and yeah, that's everything coming. My biggest frustration with this game will always be the fact that we don't get new variety of endgame content, whether it is dungeons, raids, mega bosses that are not just Brainiac reskinned, something like that, because I feel like that is what's missing for me to grind this game just a bit more. It's not going to be a permanent game. It's just now it feels like I jump back in for a couple days, get my new character, build up my new character, test some things out, see how they do, and then I'm pretty much burnt out and I have no reason to play. I haven't leveled up the battle passes as much as I would in other games, and ultimately it's just incredibly frustrating because I think everybody knows that this game is likely to be ending after Season 4, and there's not going to be the level of content that anybody had anticipated. There was rumors of a PvEVP mode that never happened, rumors of raid or something of that nature that was supposed to happen that's probably not going to happen either, and it's just incredibly frustrating as someone who would love to see this game turn around, even though I know there's a little hope for it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you looking forward to playing Season 2 of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League? Is there any hope of you coming back to the game at all? My name is Jopa. Have a good one. I'll catch you all later.